In this video, I'll describe how ProjectOne can report against team and individual performance. Before we start, let me quickly introduce requirements and tasks. In the requirements module, we have a list of features for a given product. The children tasks, therefore, are activities that need to be completed in order for the parent feature to be completed. In order to see the child tasks, we must add the stories and tasks as a column in our list view. Before creating child implementation tasks, we can optionally set modules or areas for this feature to be completed. In this case, this feature needs to be completed in Android as well as iOS. Once the modules are selected, then we can create as many child tasks underneath each module as we need. These tasks can be anything, including development work, documentation, etc., to be completed by an individual. We can also specify a time frame to do these tasks in. In Agile Planning, we simply create sprints and assign them to the next sprint. For implementation of these tasks, the responsible owner will need to flip over to the development module, highlight the sprint on the left, and see the tasks within their board. Optionally, they can move the tasks to a day within the sprint in which they think they'll complete the task. On that day, we can then use the time spent, time remaining field to indicate progress. For product owners, this status is reflected back in the % finished column within the requirement view and is a real-time status update of all activities for this feature. With this quick introduction out of the way, you may be wondering why there are two % finished columns, one without an asterisk and one with. That's because the asterisk one represents all activities that are pre-implementation, such as designing the actual requirement or feature before implementation. Now let's cover how ProjectOne can automatically determine performance. On the home page, there is a quick report that shows performance per individual for the month. The same report can also be seen by clicking on the summary of a given sprint. To derive these metrics, let's revisit the task assignment pop-up in the requirements view. When we add modules to be implemented, management can decide on a value representing the effort he thinks will take for each area. This is done by clicking on the points column and putting in an arbitrary number. When we add tasks underneath the module, the points will be automatically distributed to that task. In this case, this task is worth the entire 4 points, and each point represents an hour in the time remaining left against that task. If we add additional tasks, we'll have to manually redistribute the points. In this case, more points are awarded for the development and less points for the documentation. As development completes these tasks, they are receiving the points assigned by management. For any task not completed within the sprint, the points will not be given and it will be reflected in the performance report. Lastly, management is not always right either. For a self-driving team, developers have the option to contradict management because they think the initial estimate of effort was incorrect. In this case, we come in and change the value assigned for the task, and notice how it becomes red. This means that there's a contradiction between what was initially estimated versus the actual effort. Hopefully you found this video and the described concepts useful. As always, thanks for watching.